Hey guys, welcome back. It's Limitless here. So, basically I want to get to start off. I'm going to do a little hidden boss for you guys. Obviously some players know about it. This is the game Control. And I don't know if it still is, but at the time I bought it, it was really quite reduced. So with that in mind, I'd say it's been a pretty decent game. So we're going to go ahead and get this quest here, but while I'm doing this, I want to get into some things that I both like and don't about it. First off, I like having... Second though, I don't like that you don't really feel that powerful in most situations. Anyway, we're going to get in here and maybe let you see firsthand some of the problems with this game. Now, I use the guns Spin and Pierce. I'm pretty full on my mods, and you know, I don't have the best stuff right now because honestly I've only been playing it for a little over a day. But that was enough to, you know, beat the game and all that fun stuff. So right here you can see the build I'm using triple health, and honestly only one of those is actually really good, so you can definitely have way better than I do. You can see there's different rarity tiers and all that. Common, uncommon, rare, prime, prime, and absolute. Absolute is the tier 5, common is the tier 1, just to give you the proper scale there. On this right here, normally I have Pierce outfitted with the 54% damage, but I know that I'm going into a boss fight, and it's not one that you can really afford to just charge up all the time. That's minimum charge time. Whereas this one, you'll see it here. Oh, let's grab that. See that? That's one thing I really like about this game. The powers and the guns work really well together. And honestly, you can really cover for, you know, whichever one you're... Oh, there it is. You can really cover for whichever one it is that you're running out on or whatever, you know, so if you're really running low on, say, you know, your power bar up there, which is in the middle of the screen. Yep, he still hit me. Nice job, bud. That's one of the things too you gotta be really careful about, falling through holes on this fight. Oh yeah, because you could really easily fall in these holes. Ouch. But that's one thing that I should mention too. You do have other powers in this game, like this right here. You can levitate like that. And it doesn't last all that long. Woo. Try not to get, you know, literally destroyed here. Anyway. Oh, that was nice. That was a good avoid. But every time he's hitting this stage, he's putting another hole in it. There we go. Takes care of that, and just in case I can't, you know, do this fight again or whatever, I wanted to get that on film for you guys. You know, just something nice, and you can see this is a way to beat it. So, yeah, if you haven't guessed, pretty much all the secret bosses in this game are found by quests. Or at least all the ones I've come across, which, you know, there's been a few, like 3 or 4 so far. So it's not bad, really. This game, it has a really interesting story. I like the menu here. You can see right here. You can go into your abilities, no problem. I've got all the health upgrades. I'm missing 1 energy. I'm missing quite a few upgrades, actually. But that leads you right into another thing I wanted to mention. So, powers in this game are actually missable. You don't just automatically get them like some games. And the ability points that you need to put into them, You get them by doing the quests, not just main quests, but side quests. It doesn't matter how many enemies you take out, you won't get ability points by leveling up, so to speak. You can see, they give you all your weapon forms and everything like that. And yes, you can upgrade them to go ahead and put more mods on them and all that. You come here, there used to be an upgrade tab here, but I've maxed it out, so that's disappeared. So yeah, you can just refresh your mods or whatever if you feel like, hey, you know what, this isn't working out. You know, I need something better. You know, maybe I'm looking for all just, you know, absolutes or something like that. As you can see in this, it does mix up the rarities. I think I'm only in rarity tier 4 and 5 right now, and it's mixed in 2 4s along with all the 5s. So you gotta watch out for that when you're doing that. And of course, something I do love that they did, apparently a little before I got this game, they did add in a new mode where you can, instead of banking your money, you can just spend your points 10,000 at a time and get these jukebox tokens, which lets you, you know, engage in a new endgame mode and all that. But it's actually a lot tougher than you might expect. But something about this too, just a heads up when you're doing it, it is 10,000 a swing, so if you fail, you lose that token. Now, having said that, there are better deals here, and they have them right out. Just pay a little bit of attention to it. 10,000 for 1, 25,000 for 3, or 40,000 for 5. So instead of, you know, 3 and getting half off 1, you know, if you get the big one, you're getting 5 and 1's free. So there's board countermeasures and random missions and everything like that. These will give you rewards, those will give you rewards. You know, it's nice that you can get a lot of rewards, but you won't really find anything overly unique in them, in my experience at least. To be fair, I haven't gotten anything unique out of special missions like that. And then there you go. Random encounters, I want to get into that too. Yeah, that that is totally random, but I should mention though that it's only in these areas. And once you get to playing and all that, you'll figure out what areas, but yeah. Nice abilities, to be honest. And I'm kind of showing off the health upgrade a little bit, I think. See, there's obviously fun stuff about it, but in the end, this game is really only as hard as you prepare for. So if you don't do the proper prep, enemies are going to be tough. You're going to feel like you're underpowered, you know, nearly all the time. But if you do the prep and all that, you know, do the side quests and whatnot, you're going to feel a whole lot better because you're going to have so many more stat points and everything. So all in all, you know, graphics and everything, they're not bad. They're not. This is on a PS4 Pro right now. And so as you can see, graphics, they're really not bad. The powers, I feel like they could be a little bit more fun than they are. Because, I mean, that's my max levitation height right there. Now, obviously, that does let you do certain things. Like, you can run and jump, and you can do your little levitate there. Maybe I didn't get up there. Okay. Well, I can land on this and climb up further. It gives you options like that. There's also protection from fall damage, too, using levitate. I'll go ahead and show that off as well. So, something that I want to let you guys know right now, that's your melee. And I'm not going to tell you what button because I changed my controller around a little bit before I even started the game. But yeah, so you'll find out there that that's your melee attack. It looks powerful. It can be if you get the upgrades. And it doesn't cost you any of your ability resource like this does. You can see that bar go down. Let's see what else. I've done shield, and I also have the offensive upgrade, so I can choose where to throw the rocks. Yep, there's levitate. I do not have the ground slam because I had no intention of using it. So there's that. And then there's AC's ability, which I haven't showed you guys yet. I should try to find somebody to go ahead and do that. but it didn't really wow me. I'll kind of show you why here too right now. So yeah, there are secondary abilities with it, and I do eventually intend to see what those are. But for this right now, the main upgrades, because obviously it'll get a little bit bigger as you go down, but some of these kind of stay the same, like this right here. Energy 10%, 20, 20, 20. So yeah, there's 3 levels of 20%. And this right here starts out at what, half of that? So yeah, so it'll probably be 5, 10, 10, 10, you know. But the thing is, you know, Seize is nice and all that, but it doesn't last very long. And that's part of what I don't like about the upgrades to it. This is really the only skill that's like that. Well, no, I take that back. Levitate is kind of like it, but it still lasts a little bit longer than it. Especially with the way that it lets you glide down rather than just falling. So, that was a very nice way to handle that. But Seize doesn't have anything quite like that. When it stops, the enemy's just gone. You know, he's not your ally anymore. So for it to only be 5% and not a certain amount of seconds per upgrade, that kind of irks me a little bit about it. Because it would be fun to try and have your own little army of dudes running around. And I mean, I am post-game right now, so there's no reason why since I've already beaten the game. Let's see here. You got a pretty nice, I guess you'd say menu, because you know, I could say bag, but it also includes your missions and collectibles and all that. Yeah, it shows you your materials, your clearance level, jukebox tokens. I got 13. Your loadout, and of course I need to finish that. Let's look at the map here. Guess what? I can't zoom in. I can't tell what level certain things are on. You can see how they're different colors, like shading. I think that's about as close as you're going to get to knowing, you know, what floor something is on. And part of the reason why I'm here is to showcase that, because take a look. Floor 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of floors to this thing. And for that to not tell you what certain floors things are on, it makes the map almost totally useless. Almost. There's obviously some stuff that I'd still use. Like, you know, hey, you know, I know I'm in the right area. That's about it. I like that this is one of those games where, you know, there's facial expressions on the characters and all that fun stuff. You know, they each have their own voices, you know, they don't look crazy when they're trying to talk or anything like that. I mean, he kind of looks crazy, but I think that's just part of his role, so. So, pretty good job. You know, you can get pretty immersed in it, but don't expect to just be able to run through things, because very early on, your health is going to be suffering big time. Most bosses, you know, honestly, most enemies, if you get into an area you're not ready for, are going to basically one-shot your health bar. So this game is more about, rather than being tough, it's more about avoiding damage. But I mean, that was really the biggest thing about it. You know, it's like, it's not like Infamous or something like that, where you look like you'd almost have similar powers in a way. But Infamous, they get more grand and everything. In this, the grand scale isn't very grand. But I mean, it makes for a decent fight, as you saw there. Like, I couldn't just, you know, ultra dodge my way out of everything. There was a bit of a fight in that boss battle there, so all in all, pretty nice game. As you can see, just from doing that, I got 3 more stat points I can go use on something, or I guess I should call them ability points. Let's go see what we can do with that real quick. Let you kind of see how this looks too. So we got the abilities up here. I need 4 for that, so I could wait to do 1 more and max out my my energy. This is one of the things that I kind of wanted to mention too. You see milestone rewards down at the bottom? There's only those 3. Like, I've had the additional personal mod slot on the right side done for a while now, and I'm still not getting anything else. So, I mean, I do appreciate getting extra powers and all that, but I would like something a little bit better. So, I mean, could you imagine being able to equip just one more mod? Just one. That would make a lot of difference in what you're trying to do. Because if we go look at this right here, let's see, personal mods, health boost, health boost, health boost. And with max health, that's as far as I can get on the screen. Some games, you can get completely across the screen and flip over into extra health bars. Not this one. But all in all, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy the game. I do like the powers. I'd rate it everything in consideration, you know, the crappy map, but, you know, how the powers and the gunplay flow together and all that. It's nice. There are some very cool elements to this game, so I'm probably going to have to give it like a 7.5 out of 10. And if anything, that rank probably got jacked up a couple spots just because of the cool elements that are in this game. Various things that I'm not going to spoil for you. So I guess, guys, I will go ahead and go see about taking care of a few more quests, but you can see I've completed 20 different things. I've not got all that much left to do. Alright guys, well then, thank you for tuning in, hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, God bless, and if you would, please remember to like and subscribe. We just hit 85 subs, so we're trying to break that triple digit, so. Alright guys, thanks a lot. And go ahead, buy the game if you want a nice story. It's pretty cheap right now.